Moça do corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, o seu balançado é mais que um poema, é a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar.
Shelf was set up, and this just came in the mail. And I was gonna talk, because usually we do a docu-cover on certain videos, so we watch a documentary or a book or play a wildlife-related video game, and then we'll do a whole review on the subject matter. And ours was the 1988 release of Gorillas in the Mist, the movie based on the book of something that actually happened, an autobiography. And I always knew how it ended, I just didn't know how dark it was. You know, I always knew how it ended, but it was just, it's death, it's destruction, it's more than just like, oh, the planet's dying, oh, this species is endangered, hence the gorillas. It is dark and like gang war type shit, you know? Yeah, so again, this is the book, and there's an actual movie where Sigourney Weaver plays the scientist, Dian Fossey. And the reason I want to separate the video of the book with the movie is because one could be vastly different because it just plays out like an actual storyline rather than like a biopic, you know? Like Napoleon, the Napoleon movie with Joaquin Phoenix, like Napoleon shoots a pyramid with a freaking cannon. Like that just never happened. And it's not even just like a thing where it's like, oh, it's an artsy fartsy decision from the filmmaker. No, it's just rewriting history to make your character look cool. Like, you know, the fact that Napoleon went to Egypt as it is pretty fascinating. You don't have to do that. And then Ip Man, there's like 15 movies of him. He's the dude who trained Bruce Lee. In the third movie, he's fighting Mike Tyson. Like, there's no reason for it other than like, oh, well, it's because it's cool, you know? So I don't know how much of the book, you know, is what happens in real life or what happens in, you know, the movie is. I'll compare and contrast. Not just that, it's just like a lot of dark stuff to go over. And this is like a very humorous scenario.
Take on the gorilla by myself.
Sorry, there was a mix-up. We actually sent 100 gorillas to your location.
Call me, you know what? That's fine. You know why? Because my hero isn't someone stupid like Iron Man or Captain America or Hulk or John Cena, who is now not even a hero. It's Optimus Prime.
Optimus.
And I still remember when he was outnumbered 3-1 and he said, I'm going to take you all on.
Whoa.
So that's my goal. And that's what I'm gonna do. You bring 100 gorillas. You bring the gorilla. You bring a minna. You bring a hitter. Me and 5. You know what I'm saying?
Gorillas are one of the strongest animals on Earth, estimated to be 4 to 10 times stronger than the average human.
Let me tell you something. First of all, I am not average. I am peak. Okay, constant W's in Modern Warfare. You don't understand. Number 2. You put my tribal chief Roman Reigns in that crowd. If my tribal chief watches me, I'm clearing 1,000,000 gorillas.
Fair enough.
With one leg. Call me LeVar. About swerve, bit out quarter, whoa.
Okay, so we're saying 4 to 10 times stronger than the average human, right?
Yeah, and
so
I'm not average.
We have 10 humans times 10. Do you think working in unison, they would be able to defeat the one gorilla?
Absolutely, because again, it's 100. Because yeah, sure, it's like the gorilla is stronger than every single one of them. Even if of that 100 random selected is like Mark Henry or like the strongest man on earth. I'm sure a gorilla's still stronger than that.
Right. It depends. How locked in is the gorilla? Like, is he just gonna
But
like?
but I'm saying though, even if the gorilla is completely locked in, so and the humans are also 100% locked in, it's just the numbers game. And I think they're like wasps or something like that. It's like a wasp and like some other bug.
Yeah, I know you're
And
talking about the killer hornet being
it eats one
overpowered
of
by the
them.
honeybees.
Yeah, exactly. By like 100 honey. That's what I'm saying. It's basically that. Like, yeah, sure, the gorilla will probably take down maybe like 20 to 30% of the troops, and Lord rest their souls, they did it for science.
The
But
thing is, the bees in that situation have a hive mind. And what they did was they suffocated the giant hornet by compacting it in a big thing to where they just overheated the frickin' hornet. But the
we
bees on the bottom had all died. Are the
but
100 men locked in enough to know at least a few of them are not going to make it out of them?
absolutely. That's the thing. It's like they have to know. They kind of have to know. Like, okay, 100 of us are going against a gorilla. We all know what a gorilla is. Okay,
I don't. Please,
we
for the people in the back who don't know, is this like
but
this? Is this the thing where it's like the strongest gorilla versus like they said just 100 men? Is this like we get a statistic of men from all around the world?
no, this is like okay. Let's say we can have two scenarios. We can have a gorilla versus 100
Randomly selected men.
randomly selected. So again, we can have Mark Henry, Marshawn Lynch, Mike Tyson, but we could also have
Timothy
you know,
Chalamet and Lil
no.
and
His name is Timotei. His
what?
name's Timotei. Yeah, you didn't know that? His name's Timotei.
That's not.
That's his name. That's how you pronounce it. Timotei Chalamet.
No, the fuck it isn't.
Yes, it is. He's French.
He's
Or it's Timotei. Or, he's like, Timmy is an average kid. I can't sing the rest of that. Yeah, you can have like Mark Henry and then you can have Brad Williams. You know what I'm saying? We could have me and then we can have you.
Yeah, I
We
feel like we the first to be out.
You would be the first to be out. I would.
Is there like a period where everyone strategizes, or are they just immediately thrown to the situation after
I
learning that their objective is to
I
kill the
would
gorilla?
I would say let's say the gorilla let's say there's two chambers, right? There's two chambers into this Coliseum. One chamber holds the
You're in a
gorilla.
coliseum?
Let's say for fun purposes, yes, they're inside a Coliseum, okay?
Well, this seems kind of unfair. Like the gorilla doesn't have any shelter, I guess.
Nobody has shelter. That's the whole point. It's just a plain. There's nothing there. There's no sticks, no trees, no stones,
It's
nothing.
just bare
Just,
fists and teeth.
just
Gotcha.
exactly. Just whatever Mother Nature gave you.
Right, because
Shake,
the
shake
setting
what your mama
would
gave you.
matter. Like if this was just like in the ocean, I feel like,
Well, if it's in the ocean, it's just completely unfair for the gorilla.
yeah, gorillas
That thing
can't
has never
swim.
swam.
They can't swim. And if it
What's
was in
next?
the Congo Basin, I feel like the gorilla has it because he can
Yeah,
climb easily.
and then if it's in the city, then the humans would win because they can just buy guns and
Wait, what
they
Coliseum
can
are we
like,
talking about? Are we talking about
okay, let's
the
say
BMO Center, or are we talking about like
the
Crypto Arena?
Coliseum. The
Oh, the
Coliseum.
Colosseum. Okay, so they in Rome.
Exactly. They in Rome. When in Rome.
Uh-huh.
Room in Rome. So like the Coliseum. There is literally nothing there but sand. That is the only thing that they have. The gorilla knows, hey, if you lose, you die. And the 100 men know, you lose, you die. In 5 seconds, the doors will open and you will be escorted into the Colosseum. And on our mark, you will fight to the death against whatever is out there. The gorilla doesn't know what it's up against. The men don't know what they're up against. Let's say that. All they
Uh-huh.
know is that they have to fight for their lives. All they know is if they lose, they die.
Uh-huh. And I feel like they're gonna figure out that the odd one out is the gorilla.
Yeah, and the gorilla was like, well, this isn't fair.
Looking at the Italian Colosseum, it looks like there's a lot of places for the gorilla to climb. And I feel like it might have an advantage in this scenario if it can because a gorilla is much faster than the average person, regardless
Of
of
course,
strength.
but let's say, because you're a little bitch, let's say it's literally just on the ground. It's on the ground fighting. Because the only thing
Then
that the
how is
gorilla
it a
can
Colosseum? We said the Colosseum.
but then yeah, of course you can have. Well, the
Yeah.
gorilla can just climb the walls of the Colosseum. Okay,
Yes. No, but you
and
said
then
that the gorilla is also aware if Coco came over and started throwing gang signs and explained the situation that he has to kill off these 100 men. I feel like he could be able to duck in and out because the average man lives in a first world society. I feel like the gorilla is just has the hardened experience. In this situation, I think that it can get the upper hand in that 1 percentile.
well, let's say that there is no climbing. It's literally just bare fists. Okay, let's just say there is nowhere for anyone to climb. There is no tools for anybody. It is just a plane of ground. Any ground that benefits nobody. Like it's let's say grass, because grass that doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't
Okay, so they're
benefit the
just like in
gorilla.
the Scottish plains.
Sure, it doesn't benefit the gorilla. It doesn't benefit the 100 men. Again, they're fighting. They're fighting to the death. The 100 men know this. The gorilla knows this.
Mm.
They all know we're fighting to the death. It's tribal combat, oos. You know, it's tribal combat.
Tribal combat.
Tribal combat. Throw your
Tribal
monks in the
combat.
sky. And so that's the scenario. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to climb. It is just running at each other with fists. I think the 100 men could take down the gorilla again, just because of the numbers game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's going to go down easy. The gorilla's going to fight.
If that is the situation, even if it was the Colosseum, I do feel like at some point, even the average gorilla would just be pushed to its limits. Like, even in the scenario where this is like the strongest gorilla known to man, like this is Gayassi himself,
This
I
is
feel like he's going to be tired out by the next few people. If they all band together, this is like, if in that like 1 percentile, right, where they're all spread out around the arena. My
yeah.
coworker's calling me. Well, that's the end of that.
Wow.
Moça do corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, o seu balançado é mais que um poema, é a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar.
Okay, well, to quickly end things off, I do feel like even in that one scenario, like I think that there is no scenario where the gorilla wins. I mean the Colosseum one, it's where they're spread out. Maybe because the Colosseum is a huge place,
That's true.
but it would
Just like
take a
your mother.
while for the gorilla to find them.
But this is what I'm saying. Again, it's just the sheer numbers is just too overwhelming. Especially because it's like, even if it's,
In a bare thing of strength and speed, 100 men like would easily overpower the strongest gorilla.
that's what I'm saying. It's nothing against the gorilla. It's just the numbers advantage. Because
Right.
imagine you're fighting one person, right? You're focusing on one person. Now imagine fighting 99 other people on top of that.
Yep.
It's like you're just not gonna win. It's just the numbers game. It's just too much of an advantage.
Now, that being said, I
Uh-huh.
think a more interesting argument, 100 men versus a T-Rex.
I would say that
And then we'll save it for another video when I'm content bored.
I will say that just off the top of my head, I won't argue. I won't like get into reasonings or anything like that. But just from what I'm thinking, Same scenario. There's no. It's only fists.
I feel
It's only
like the T-Rex would build a trebuchet and redirect the asteroid to wipe out the human race.
wow.
Moça do corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, o seu balançado é mais um poema, é a coisa mais